Is your Windows 10 computer running slow? Follow these quick, easy, and free steps to optimize Windows 10 performance for any computer. Before we start, it's a good idea to create a restore point since we'll be changing system settings. Go to File Explorer, right-click on this PC, and click Properties. Go to System Protection, and click Create. Let's call this Start. Click Create, and it successfully created a restore point. Click Close. If you need to, you can go back into the System Restore and revert back to before the changes. Click OK, and close that window. The second step is to make sure you've run all your Windows updates. Click on the Start, go to Settings, scroll down to Update and Security, and check for updates. That looks good, but if you have any problems with stuck updates, be sure to check out the suggested video link above. Once this is good, go ahead and close that window and you're ready to go. Let's get started. To get Windows 10 running at its full potential, let's go back to File Explorer, right-click on this PC, go to Properties, and choose Advanced System Settings. From the menu, choose Settings, and adjust this for best performance. Now, I suggest you leave smooth edges of screen fonts and show thumbnails instead of icons checked. Everything else should be turned off. If you don't leave smooth edges of screen fonts on, your Internet Explorer and Chrome browsers will look terrible. Hit OK. While we're here, go into the Startup and Recovery settings. If Windows 10 is your only operating system on the computer, turn off this checkbox. That makes the operating system boot immediately rather than waiting for you to choose which operating system you want to start with. Hit OK and close that window. Click on Start, go to Settings, into System, choose Power and Sleep, and choose Additional Power Settings. Change this setting to Ultimate Performance if you have a latest version of Windows 10. For older versions, go ahead and choose the High Performance, and then close those windows. If you have a high-end graphics adapter, why not take advantage of it? Click on Start, go to Settings, into System, and Display, and scroll down until you see Graphics Settings. Open that up. From the menu, pick Universal App and select apps that are heavy graphics use. For example, I'll do Microsoft Edge. Click Add. Now click on the entry it created and go to Options. Notice this is set to the system default, but I could choose High Performance, which changes it to the NVIDIA GeForce graphics adapter that I have installed on my computer. Hit Save, and now do the same thing for any kind of apps that are heavy graphics or video editing or gaming related, and you can add those to the list. And that forces the graphics adapter to choose the high performance one for those apps. Go ahead and close, and you're set. Now let's make sure our system configuration is maximizing the performance of our Windows 10 computer. Click on Start. In the menu, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and under Windows Administrative Tools, choose System Configuration. Click on the Boot tab. If you want to speed up the boot process, check this box. That eliminates the GUI. Click on Advanced Options. I've seen a number of videos suggest turning this box on and selecting the maximum number of processors, but that is wrong. You should turn this box off, which automatically defaults to the maximum number of processors in your computer. Hit OK and go to Services tab. Check this box to hide all the Microsoft services. Take a look at this list and uncheck any of the items that you don't believe are needed, and hit OK. You can go ahead and restart now, or wait until other settings are done and then restart your computer for those to go into effect. Let's adjust some annoying privacy settings to speed up your computer. Click on Start, go to Settings, choose Privacy, and turn these 4 items off. Then click on the Diagnostics and Feedback and set this to Basic. That'll get rid of some annoyances and improve the performance. One thing that often slows down a computer is a bunch of startup apps. Let's check that. Right-click on the Start button, go to Task Manager, and click the Startup tab. Take a look at this list, and any applications you see that you shouldn't have loaded, click on them and click the Disable button to get rid of them. The less items you have in this list, the better. And close. Other applications you can clear out are under the Start, Settings, Apps, and under Apps and Features, scroll through this list and take a look for anything that you should get rid of. Anything that you don't want, click on it and do the uninstall. That removes unwanted apps that slow down your computer. For the best performance in your internet browser, click on Start, type in Internet Options, and choose it from the menu. Go to the Programs tab and select Manage Add-ons. Take a look through this list and see if there's anything unusual that you know you don't need, especially ones that have names that you don't recognize as a third party. Do the same under Search Providers, Accelerators, and Tracking Protection, and disable any of the items you know you don't want. When you're done, close and hit OK. That'll keep your Internet Explorer running smooth. You can get another performance boost from the Disk Cleanup. Click on Start, scroll down again to the Windows Administrative Tools, choose Disk Cleanup, and click OK on the C drive. First step is click on this Cleanup System Files and hit OK on the C drive again. Now from this list, select most of the items on there, but leave any out if you're concerned, and hit OK. Choose Delete Files, and let it work through the process. It may take several minutes to complete, but when it's done, it'll improve the performance and clean up a lot of disk space. Along with disk cleanup, it's a good idea to do defrag and optimization of your hard drives. Click on the Start, scroll down to the Windows Administrative Tools again, and select Defragment and Optimize Drives. Now you'll notice here I have a solid state drive on my C, and D is a regular hard disk. The solid state drives do not need any kind of optimization because the technology does not require it. It's only for spinning disk that it requires this defragmentation. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the drive D, do a quick analysis, and then I'm going to optimize that drive. With the newer version of Windows 10, you can change the settings so that this can be scheduled on a weekly basis or sooner if you prefer. If you're not using your computer for gaming or you don't intend to record video broadcast of your gameplay, then you should turn off the game bar. Click on Start, go to Settings, and choose Gaming from the menu. Under the game bar, turn off this Record Game Clips. Now click on Game DVR and turn off this function to record in the background while you're playing a game. Both of those features are designed for gamers that like to push a button and record that information. But if you don't intend to do that, then it's a wasted resource and you should turn it off. If you don't intend to use Cortana, you can gain some performance by turning it off. Click on Start, go to Settings, and choose Cortana from the menu. Check this box to turn it off, and turn off these other options that you see here as well. That'll improve performance. One of the limitations of Windows 10 is when you're using 32-bit apps. It's limited to 4 gig of RAM. But if you have more memory than that, you can take advantage of it by installing 64-bit applications. As an example, take a look in your portal on Office 365 and go to Other Install Options. Under Office, you can go down here and select Advanced and choose a 64-bit version for installation. You'll probably have to uninstall your 32-bit in order to install the 64-bit. But this version gives you more memory available to all the applications, which is especially important for things like Excel because it uses a large amount of memory. So make sure you're using 64-bit apps wherever possible. In order to use 64-bit apps, you need to make sure you have a 64-bit version of Windows. To check that, you can go to Start, Settings, System, and go to the bottom of the list and choose About. Scroll down and you'll see the system type as 64-bit operating system. If it's 32-bit, then unfortunately you can't install 64-bit apps, but you can upgrade to a 64-bit version of Windows so that you have that feature available. We saw earlier when running the defrag that my Windows C drive was a solid-state hard drive. Using a solid-state drive is one of the biggest performance boosts you can have on your computer. You will see improvements all the way across the board, from applications, browsing on the internet, booting time, All the features are much faster, and it is the single most important improvement to speed that you can do to your computer. So consider an SSD drive if you don't have one now. And always consider buying a computer with SSD as the primary boot drive. And finally, take a look at the program CCleaner. It's available at CCleaner.com. It includes a home version for free, and you can upgrade and pay for a little bit additional services, but it works really well to run a scan and clean up a lot of things in your computer that slow it down. You can choose to analyze and then run the cleaner. CCleaner does a great job of cleaning your system out. It's fast, it's free, and it's easy to use. This has been a Sele training video. If this is your first time visiting Sele Training, please subscribe by clicking on the link right here. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and share your comments or questions below. And don't forget to check out the other videos in the series.